So I was upstairs rummaging through my game collection, and I ran into Elevenses For One, which is a cute little solitaire game by Eagle Griffin Games that I used to play quite a lot. I used to carry it in this little Eagle Griffin game bag, and I used to play this little game quite a lot, but it's been a while since I've played it. So I found it in there, and I want to share it with you because if you haven't heard of this before, there is a game called Elevenses. This is a sort of a spin-off of that game, and the game Elevenses is a multiplayer game, right? I think 2 to 4 players. But this is a strictly solitaire version of that game, Elevenses For One, and it's very different than the Elevenses game, other than the theme. It's the same, you know, tea party kind of theme. Now, this game used to be available on Amazon. It's still available, but you have to go to the Eagle Griffin Games website to get this. I don't know if this particular set is still available, because this one also includes a free bonus game, Sid Jackson's Bowling Solitaire, inside the box here, which, believe it or not, I've never played it. It's still sitting in here. Let's take a look. But I've never played it. There it is. Bowling Solitaire by Sid Jackson. Never played it. I should try it sometime. But I don't know if they sell it like this in this little combo, or if they just sell the Elevenses For One game. But it's a cute little game, and I want to do a quick little playthrough and show you the game, and hopefully you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to playing it again because, like I said, it's been a while since I've played it. Now, let me read you some flavor text here. Let me put my my spectacles on. You are Grosvenor, the maid to Lady Agatha Smythe, one of the wealthiest landowners in the district. She's holding a gala high tea at 11 o'clock, but oh dear, you only have 15 minutes to get ready, and where is that sugar? You mustn't be late. The madam's reputation is at stake. Welcome to Elevenses For One, a game for one player who must load their tea trolley, which is sitting right there. Can you see it? Who must load their tea trolley with all the accoutrements required for a splendid morning tea before the clock strikes 11. I'm going to leave this here. The instructions are all here. Since I haven't played the game in a while, I am going to keep the instructions handy, especially this part here, which shows you the different things you can do on your turn. I think I remember everything, but I'll just leave it here. And so it comes with these cards, right? There's the Tea Trolley card, which is the first card that needs to be there. And then 10 other cards, right? And they have this beautiful, very cute, whimsical tea party art. You know, I really like that art. I do have it sleeved, as you can see. But yeah, so you're supposed to shuffle these, and then we can start the game. So you have the tea trolley. This is our pantry, okay? This area here is our pantry. And this, what a cool little concept, right? We have 15 minutes, so this is a little timer for the game. Every time we do certain things, the little timer is going to be going down like this until we hit 11. If we are finished before that, we win. If not, we lose. So I'm going to leave it right there. Cards are shuffled. This is our pantry. Let's set the cards up. You're supposed to set them up in a line, right? 10 of them. But the rules even suggest that you do it the way I'm doing it here, because that you know, it just fits nice instead of having this long line of cards, right? So the very first thing you can do on your turn for 1 minute, it'll cost you 1 minute to do it, is place any card in the front of the pantry, okay? Which I'm going to do. But that's the first thing you can do in the very beginning of the game. Now, every time the pantry gets shuffled, right, because card number 6 here, the fine china, says shuffle the pantry. Or if all the cards are face down, because, you know, you'll see how the cards go face down. So if I have maybe 3, 4 cards left and they all face down, I have to shuffle the pantry. Every time you shuffle the pantry, you're allowed for 1 minute, losing 1 minute, you know, paying 1 minute, to put any card into the front of the pantry, right? So those are the only 2 times you can do that, when you shuffle the pantry or at the very, very beginning of the game. So I'm going to do that because we need to put these cards in ascending order here, okay, to win. There's the number 1 card. I need to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 11 to win the game. It's a puzzle game, right? It's a puzzle game. So we're going to have to be moving around to try to accomplish that. So let's begin by putting the number 2 card right there so I can go ahead and score it. Now we lose a minute for that. Okay, so we are on our way, and we have to please our boss here. Okay, so number 3's here. You always, you know, I'm talking, so I always get distracted, especially in a puzzle game, you know, instead of really concentrating. But I just want to show you the game. Okay, so we've done that. The very first thing we do on our turn then is look at the very first card in the pantry, and that's the number 2. If we can score the very first card, we score it. So I'm going to go ahead and score it. Every time you score a card, you lose a minute. And you have to do what the card says. And number 2 says, flip 1 card in the pantry face down. Now, which one am I going to flip down? Because I need that 3. This card, nothing happens with that one. Lose 2 minutes. We don't want. I'll flip number. Well, do I want to flip number 4? This is the card at the front of the pantry, face up at the back of the pantry. Which one am I going to put face down? I don't know. Let's just do 11. We'll just put this one face down here. So we don't lose a minute for that, right? We have to do what when we bring a card from the pantry to the trolley. We have to do what it says, but we don't lose a minute for that. We lose a minute for bringing a card into the trolley, but not to do what the card tells you to do, right? Now, now we start the turn again, right? It's a new turn. Again, I can't just choose any card and put it here. That wouldn't be much of a game. So you can only do it those 2 times, like I explained a second ago. We now have to look at the very first card that is in the pantry, and that's the number 5. Well, I can't score number 5. I can't score it because that's number 2. I have to score number 3, and we can't. We got to look at the first card. So what's my other option? Well, I have 2 options. I can discard this card, right? When you discard a card, you just put it off to the side. You can discard up to 3 cards because there's ways of bringing those cards back into play, right? So I can discard the number 5 card, or I can flip it face down and do what it says and lose a minute. Okay. Well, this card here says it can't be discarded. Okay, so I can't discard it because it's the number 5, and it says this card cannot be flipped face down by another card's action. Well, this is not another card's action. This is my action, so I'm going to go ahead and flip it down and lose a minute. Now we have to, the beginning of our third turn, I have to look at the first card face up in the pantry. This one is awful because it says lose 2 minutes at the end of this turn. So that's not good for me. I need to get to this 3. So if I discard number 4, how can I bring it back? Return. I can use the 10 to bring that 4 back. Let's try that. Let me discard this. So I'll put it over here. We don't lose a minute for discarding a card. All right. So now we're at the beginning of our 4th turn. What do? We got to look at the very first card that's face up in the pantry. This one says, place the card at the front of the pantry, face up at the back of the pantry. That's if I activate that card by flipping it face down. Well, I can't score it, so I have to do that. You know, I have to do that. So I'm going to put it face down, and bring this one here face up to the back of the pantry, right? And this is how you start shifting these cards around. Now, I lose a minute for that, right? I lose a minute for that. Now, I can bring that 4 back, but again, we still need to deal with this 3. Or at least the 6, because if I can use the 6 and shuffle all the pantry, I can then, at the beginning of that turn, after shuffling, I can bring a card to the front and I can score the 3. So this is not a good setup for me here, not a good example here. But the first card that's face up is servants, right? This card can't be discarded, so I can't discard that. And it says here, return the discard to the pantry and place it face up after number 10. So I don't have much of a choice. I have to flip this card face down. And when I do, I lose a minute. And I bring this back and place it right there next to the 10, which is bad. All right, so now we go to another turn. I can discard this again, I suppose. Swap the position of 2. I can do this. I'm going to discard this. I'm going to discard that. We don't lose a minute for that, okay? But now our first face-up card is the 7. It's the biscuits. Beautiful little whimsical art. It says swap the position of 2 face-up cards in the pantry. Now, to do that, I need to flip this face down. Now I lose another minute for that. Now I can flip, switch the position of two cards, and I'll do this. Okay? That's the end of that turn. Now we got a new turn. Do I discard that? No, I'm going to score it because it's the first face-up card, right? This is milk. And I'm going to score it. So when I score it, I lose a minute. And I do what it says. Flip 2 cards in the pantry face down. Okay, this is good, actually. I'm going to flip these 2 face down because number 11 here, and by the way, I don't have to lose a minute. I've already lost a minute scoring the milk there, right? So I have to do what it tells me to do, and it told me to flip 2 cards face down. I don't lose an extra minute for that. So now this is good because this is the first card that's face up. I have to take it. It says here, score a card from your discard, then discard the 11. So, essentially I'm flipping this down. We lose a minute. This has to be discarded, but I score number 4. Okay? Actually, do I lose a minute? Let me check this out. I wonder, when using the 11, it says here 11. This card has no use action. You may flip it and lose a minute to no effect. However, after discarding this card, you may first take a card from your discard pile, score it, and then place in the discard. Any card you score in this way must be a legal move. Okay. It doesn't specify, and I don't remember if I lose a minute. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, because of course I lose a minute because that's the way the game is played. Right? If I have to use the action of the card by flipping it face down, if I can't score it, I have to use the action of it. And to use the action of it, I lose a minute. So anyway, we lose another minute. Actually, this one here, once you score this, it says lose 2 minutes at the end of this turn. So I lose 2 minutes, and that's it. Now, because I don't have any face-up cards, I shuffle the pantry. Right? So this is good. Because now, after I shuffle the pantry, remember, I can go ahead and, if I lose a minute, I can go ahead and put a card in the front. But boy, do I want to lose any more minutes. I'm running out of time here. If I turn that down, I can shuffle the pantry. But I lose a minute. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the 5 there in the front. Okay? And unfortunately, I'm going to lose a minute. I don't think we're going to win this one. Now I look at the first card, it's the 5. So I score it, I lose a minute. Nothing happens, okay, when I score that one, so that's great. Now, it's the beginning of the turn, find China, number 6. I score that, lose a minute. We're not going to win. It says shuffle the pantry, so I can shuffle the pantry. Hopefully, in this shuffle here, we'll end up with the right card there, but I don't think I'll have enough time. Yeah, I don't have the right card there. So I need the 7 next. Yeah, there's not much I can do here. I'm going to have to flip this face down. It says place the card at the front of the pantry, face up at the back of the pantry. So that's what I'm going to do. I flip this one face down, lose a minute, and then put it face up at the back of the pantry. All right, because even if that's the first card, I have to do the action. Now I score the biscuits, which is number 7. I lose a minute. We only have 1 minute left. It says swap the position of 2 face-up cards in the pantry. Oh, this stinks. I'm going to have to switch the position of the 8 and 9. So this, you know. And now, the beginning of my last turn, actually, I'm going to score the 8. We've hit 11 o'clock. It says place the card at the front of the pantry, face up at the back of the pantry. So look how close we got to winning. Let's say, I mean, we hit 11. Essentially, we lost the game. But let's say we had a couple more minutes left. I would then score this, right? You know, go another minute. Flip the next card in the pantry face down, which doesn't matter. I flip that card face down, but, you know, you have to then shuffle the pantry. It's the only card, so that goes up. I would score this, lose another minute. We needed like 2 more minutes. And when you score this one, the 10, it says return a discard to the pantry and place it face up. And it's the only card in the pantry, right? Actually, it says if I do so, I don't lose a minute, but that's during play. If I score the card, I have to lose a minute, I think. I'm pretty sure. During play, if I flipped that face down and brought a card in for the pantry, you know, because it's a servant, they do a great job for you. I don't lose a minute if I flip that card down. If I use the action of that card during play. So yeah, and then if we had about 2 more minutes left, we needed 3 more minutes to win. But we didn't win. We were 3 minutes short. But man, isn't this a cool little game? Little puzzle game. I really enjoy it. Still available. Go look for it if you like these kind of games. I certainly do. It blows my hair back. It's very cute, it's fun, and now that I've kind of rediscovered it while rummaging through my my game collection upstairs, I'm going to play this more often. I may even do another playthrough of this. It's just cool. So if this is the kind of thing you like, go look for it. It's still available. Elevenses For One. Go get one.